Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the class. In our previous class, we said that we have completed this chapter. But I thought of solving some more problems so that you may find easy in solving problems in your exam. That is because practice helps man to the perfect. Correct? So I thought of solving some more problems. So the next problem is question number, it is 17, right? I think it is 17. Question number 17. A car accelerates uniformly from rest and acquires a speed of 36 km per hour in 10 seconds. Find acceleration, total distance traveled, velocity at the end of 6th second, and distance traveled in 6th second. A car accelerates uniformly from rest and acquires a speed of 36 km per hour in 10 seconds. Okay, so the car should start from where? From rest. So initial velocity is 0. Correct? Okay, so I can say since it is starting from rest, initial velocity is 0. Okay, next. It acquires the speed of 36 km per hour in 10 seconds. So 36 km per hour in 10 seconds. Correct? Ten seconds. You have to calculate what? Acceleration. Which formula I can go for? Which formula I can use to solve it? To calculate acceleration? Before solving, see here, this timing is in seconds. This is in kilometer per hour. Convert it into the standard form. That is 36 kilo means 10 to the power 3. Per hour it is. 1 hour is 60 minutes into 60 seconds. What is the timings? It is 10 seconds. Correct? See here how to solve. Should I solve and show? 36 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 6, 6 are 36, 1, 2, 36, 36, 3 zeros, here 2 zeros, so 1, 2 zeros will get cancelled, remaining is 1 0. So 10 meter per second. V is equal to V0 plus AT. 10 is equal to 0 plus A into 10 seconds, correct? So 10 is equal to 10A, A is equal to 1 meter per second square. We got acceleration. What is the next we have to calculate? We have to calculate total distance traveled. Correct? Okay, total distance traveled, that is you have to calculate X. X is equal to V0T plus half AT square. Correct? V0T plus half AT square. So when you substitute, initial velocity is 0, 0 into time is 0, half, acceleration is 1, T is 10. 0 plus 100 by 2, that is equal to 0 plus 100 by 2 is 50, correct? So 50 unit is meter. 50 meter is the answer. Correct? Next, what you have to calculate? See, velocity at the end of 6th second. Velocity at the end of 6th second. So, t is equal to 6 second. At the end of 6 second, what is the velocity it is asked? So, v is equal to v naught plus at. Since it is accelerating uniformly, same I can write. Final velocity is how much? 10, 0 plus acceleration is 1 at the end of 10 second. What is the velocity? So we only have to calculate, correct? At the end of 10 second. Sorry, 6th second. This is for 10th second. Correct? So therefore 6 meter per second. Am I right? Why I have taken here v itself? Because we have to calculate velocity itself. At the end of 6th second, so t is equal to 6. That is equal to 6 meter per second. There is one more question in that continuing, correct? What is that? The distance travelled in the 6th second. Now we have to calculate the distance travelled in the 6th second. I remember I told you to write. If I have not said, now write a note, okay? After solving this problem, write one note. That is, distance can be travelled for particular second is, for nth second is, Sn is equal to, distance can be, or xn is equal to, for distance travelled in a nth second is v naught plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Xn is equal to v naught plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. This is the formula to calculate the distance after nth second. Now it is 6th second. Now it is nth second. Because what the formula we have, that this formula is just to find out the distance travelled. For nth second, the distance travelled is, that formula is direct. Just I think you have used that formula in mathematics, correct? Sn is equal to, or here xn is equal to v naught plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So now when I use that formula, what is the answer? Did you try that formula? Substitute. V naught, initial velocity is 0, acceleration is 1, 2 into, which second it is? 6th second, correct? Zero, half, 2 6 are 12 minus 1, 11 by 2. That is equal to 5.5 meter. Answer is 5.5 meter. Correct? Understood? So after solving this problem, if you have not written that note, please write a note. That is, the distance travelled by a body in nth second, formula is xn is equal to v naught plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Important, because this formula is not there in solving or in your theory purpose, but for solving problems this formula is very, very important. Okay? Next, question number 18. Let me read out the question first. A ball is released from the top of a tower. A ball is released from the top of a tower of height h, m. It takes t seconds to reach the ground. What is the position of the ball at t by 3 seconds? A ball is released from the top of a tower. So initially it is at rest. We are releasing it from the top of a tower of the height h meter. It takes t seconds to reach the ground. So time is given. What is the position of the ball at t by 3 seconds? A ball is released from a height. What is the height of the tower? H meter. Correct? Initial velocity is equal to 0 because it is starting from rest. Okay. Time taken to reach this height is t seconds. Correct? What is the position of the ball at t by? For this full it is t seconds. So let me say somewhere here it reaches in t by 3 seconds. Okay. How to solve this? How to solve this? Let that height be y. Okay. Initially x is equal to v naught t plus half at square. Height is h. Initial velocity is 0 plus half. Acceleration, it is coming down. Acceleration due to gravity minus 9.8 time t square. So h is equal to minus 4.9 t square. Let it be equation number 1. For the second, to calculate, let that height is what? Y. Y is equal to, use the same formula. What is our velocity, initial velocity? 0 plus half minus 9.8 time t by 3 square minus 4.9 t square divided by 9, or else see here minus 4.9 into t square is h, so I can write h by 9. So h by 9 is the displacement at the time t by 3. From the ground, what is the position of the ball at 3 by? So the position is h by 9. If the question has asked as from the ground, what is the height? Then how much you have to calculate? This is for your reference purpose. Till here the answer actually. From the ground, height is h minus h by 9, that is equal to 9h minus h by 9, that is 8h by 9. This is the height from the ground. If in exam they ask what is the height of the object from the ground at that time t by 3. Understood? The way of asking the question may vary. So if they ask from the ground, then this is the answer. Just if they ask like this problem, till here is the answer. Understood? If any doubts, please ask. Okay? Next. The next question is, let me read out the next question. A stone is projected vertically up. Let me erase this. Question number 19. A stone is projected vertically up from the top of a tower at a velocity of 9.8 meter per second. It reaches the foot of the building in 4 seconds. What is the height of the tower and velocity of the stone when it reaches the ground? A stone is projected vertically up from the top of it. So standing on the top of the tower, he is throwing the stone upwards. Okay. With what velocity? 9.8 meter per second. Correct? Okay. Then, so initial velocity is 9.8 meter per second. It reaches the foot of the building in 4 seconds. So it takes 4 seconds from the starting to the end. Okay. What is the height of the tower? You have to calculate the height of the tower and also velocity of the stone with it reaches the ground. Just before reaching the ground, what is the velocity? You have to calculate. How to calculate? Let us say that h be the height of the tower. Okay, person is standing on the tower and throwing the chalk with the stone with the initial velocity V0 is equal to 9.8 meter per second. He is throwing it upwards. So since the direction is upwards, what is the velocity? Is it positive? Velocity. It is positive. He is throwing upwards. So we have to take it as plus. Don't forget, everywhere we have to use the sign convention. Here, since it is going up, V0 is equal to plus. Then what is happening there? It reaches the foot of the building in 4 seconds. So total time is equal to 4 seconds. And then height. What is the height of the tower and velocity of the stone? Okay. Height of the tower, let it be h. Let the height be h. Okay. What about the acceleration? Minus 9.8 meter per second square. Correct? So, x is equal to V0 t plus half at square. X is equal to h. Correct? From the ground, the height is h. So, h is equal to initial velocity is 9.8 into time is 4 seconds. Minus 9.8 4 square. What about the h? Is it positive or negative? Height of the ground, from the top to the ground we will measure. So it is minus. So minus h is equal to, take your calculator, solve it and give me the answer. I don't have calculator, so you are going to help me to solve this. Take your calculator and solve it. Help me, what is the answer? I'm waiting for your answer. I think you will get it as 39.2 minus 39.2 meter, or h is equal to 39.2 meter. Correct? Are you getting the same? Yes. Next, what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the velocity with which it reaches the ground. That is V is equal to V0 plus AT. What is the answer? 9.8 plus minus 9.8 into 4. First multiply these two. You will get minus some answer. Then add these two. What is the answer you are getting? See, I am getting the answer as minus 29.4 meter per second. Are you getting the same? Minus 29.4 meter per second. Are you getting the same answer? Okay. Shall we go for the next question? Question number 20. Question number 20. Water drops fall Water drops fall at a regular intervals from a tap 5 meter above the ground. The third drop leaving the tap at an instant when the first drop touches the ground. What is the height of the second drop at that instant? See, water drop falls at regular intervals from a tap. Okay, from the tap, the water is dropping, that is falling at a regular intervals of time. Okay, so the height above the ground, the tap placed is. So if this is a tap, the water starts falling. Correct? So from the ground, the height of the tap is 5 meter. 5 meter. Correct? Okay. The third drop leaving the tap at an instant when the first drop touches the ground. So when this first drop touches the ground, third drop will just start. Just leave the tap. What is the height of the second drop at that instant? When the first drop reached here, third drop just starts, okay, just leaves the tap. Correct? Then what is the height of the second drop, where the second drop will be? See the question, very nice question it is. So at your home, if there is a water tap, see whether water drops regularly. So regular in regular intervals of time. Then what is the time taken by what will be the height reached by the second drop before reaching the ground and before this first drop just reaches the ground? See, first drop should just touch the ground, second drop should be somewhere in between, third drop should just leave the tap. So what is the height of the second drop at that instant? You have to calculate. So what we have to do? Let us say T1 be the time taken by the first drop to reach the ground. Time taken by the first drop to reach the ground. Correct? So using the expression, which one I can say? What is the formula which I can use? X is equal to V naught T plus half A T square. Correct? We know the distance travelled by the first drop, that is a 5 meter. What will be the initial velocity? Initially it has to start from rest. So initial velocity is 0, time T1, but here 0, so I will not write, half against the gravity time T1 square. So 5 is equal to minus 4.9 T1 square, or T1 square is equal to 5 by, what is the answer? Minus 4.9. Correct? See here, it is coming down, so height is minus 5. So I can write x is equal to minus 5 meter. Why it is negative? Because we are calculating from top to the bottom, so minus will get cancelled. See, it is approximately equal to 5. So I think your answer is T1 is equal to approximately equal to 1 second. I'm sorry, time should be calculated in seconds, not in meter. So 1 second. Time taken by the drop to reach the ground, first drop to reach the ground is 1 second. Next we have to calculate where the second drop is. Since the third drop just leaves the trap when the first drop reaches the ground, then the time taken for which the second drop falls is, what is the time taken? Second drop falls is, time taken is just reaching the ground. So what is the time taken? Since the third drop is just leaving the trap when the first drop reaches the ground, time for which the second drop falls is, so I can say the second drop will fall when T2 is equal to 0.5 seconds, half of the first drop, correct? So the distance traveled by the second drop during this time interval is given by V is equal to, we will use the same formula, V naught plus X is equal to V naught T plus half AT square. That height we have to calculate, correct? So what is the formula we can use? X we have to calculate. Initial velocity is 0. Half acceleration, time 0.5, correct? So this answer is, what is the answer? Minus 4.9 into 0.5. Take your calculator, solve it and give me the answer. What is the answer? Okay, sorry, you have to square it here, correct? Square it. What is the answer? I think you will get it as 1.25. 1.25 meter. Height from the ground is 5 minus 1.25 is equal to, what is the answer? 3.75. 3.75 meter. So please learn it properly. Okay, shall we go for the next problem? Very, very, very important. It has to reach here. Next drop, first drop has to reach here. Second drop is reaching somewhere, but third drop should start. So the time of the second drop will be somewhere in between. Since it is regular intervals of time, I know many of you might have the question that why I have taken T2 is equal to 0.5. You know why T2 is equal to 0.5? See, it is given as the water drops at regular intervals of time. So when the first drop started and reached, before reaching itself, second drop has started. But third drop will start when first drop already reached. Since it is regular intervals of time, second drop should take half the time of the first drop. Correct? So therefore I have written as half of the first drop is 1/2, that is 0.5. Understood? Now do you have some doubt? I know since I can understand you people, the question that might arise in your mind is, why the time is 0.5? I hope now you understood why I have taken the time as 0.5. Because the time interval is regular. So first drop when it reaches, the time is 1 second. But at that time, the third drop will just start. So second drop should take 0.5 seconds since it is